Sorry if you thought it so, but this is not even a show.
Oh, hi everyone, it's me, Chris. I'm the host, and you might recognize me as the host. I'm still stuck in this auditorium surrounded by the police while two of my ex-cellmates actively try to hunt and kill me. But the good news is my impossibly incompetent intern Ben is on his way to meet one of the people who's trying to kill me so that he can help me deal with the police. I don't see how anything can go wrong. Meanwhile, this week, we present to you my first ever DVD special entitled 4 on the Floor. Plus, a quick call to Steve Kane, and we check in with Jim Lockwood to see when he'll finally return. But first, our favorite shadowy figure, ChrisX, was doing a simulcast with another radio show, and we decided to call in.
It's got a nice little pocket with Velcro in it. You can put in your 9mm handgun, your .380. I mean, this is a beautiful purse, ladies. Welcome to the Conservative Cartel. How are you? Roxanne? I can hear the shuffling of Roxanne. Let's do this. Roxanne, give us a call back. We'll head over to Dan. He's on the phone. Dan, welcome to the Conservative Cartel. How are you?
Hey, good morning. How are you today?
Good, sir. What's on your mind?
How did you get ChrisX stuck in that television up there in the corner?
It was a very tricky little deal we did. If we told you, it'd be like, David Copperfield. We can't give away all of our secrets.
Yeah, don't give away the secrets. People don't really know. The reality is I'm not actually on a television.
No.
I'm actually in a room sitting right behind Matt. We put a TV up to make it look like. I'm on TV. It's kind of fancy and it's really enjoyable.
He said he always wanted to be on TV, so we put him there.
True. I'm on TV.
There he is. What's on your mind, Dan?
No, look, I think we're done with
I
Dan.
know you guys are joking around, but I think you should be concerned that ChrisX fella, if he's infiltrated your
Yeah, you're right. I've infiltrated the television.
Listen to that. I've infiltrated the television.
All right, Dan,
You've infiltrated the television.
Dan's our resident stalker. He's got nothing better to do than to call in. Ron, is Roxanne gone? Or
Did we stop Roxanne on the line?
No, she's gone. She's gone. All right, Roxanne, if you want to call us back, we'll
You
get
don't
to
have
Roxanne.
to put on the red dress.
ChrisX, you don't have to act like a human.
Before I was a fugitive and a murder target, I was a stand-up comedian. I always dreamed of putting out a DVD like all of the greats like Foxworthy. People said I couldn't do it because I had only amassed 4 minutes worth of material, but I guess they were wrong. I present to you 4 on the Floor.
Show you how prejudiced you are.
The country was divided.
And of course, I'm talking about Hillary Clinton.
Please welcome the talented Chris James.
Hey guys, hey everyone. I'm a local. I live amongst you, and here in Vancouver, I have a place over in East Vancouver, close to Main and Broad, closer to Fraser, closer to 8th Avenue. This is my address. I'm not afraid of any of you. I like my place. It's like I have a bad landlord. Like he's bad at being a landlord, which is actually like your intuition is you think you want to have a good landlord. That's what you think, right? But that's if you're a good tenant. That's a key thing to remember. I found out if you're a bad tenant like me, it's actually better to have an equally bad landlord. Like it makes life less stressful. You can't call you on anything. He'll try to call me on things. He's like, hey, were you renting out your suite illegally for 2 weeks? I was like, do you ever fix those locks? He's like, oh, yeah. One time he was at my apartment door, we were having a conversation, and he started going like, he's like, I smell cigarette smoke. He's like, you're not smoking cigarettes inside your apartment, are you? And I was like, no, you're smoking one right now. He's like, oh fuck, sorry. It's a smoke-friendly building, 2018, smoke-friendly. You smell it all in the hallways, everyone smokes, it's crazy. There's even a no smoking sign in the lobby. Someone wrote LOL under it. But sometimes what'll happen though, he'll let anybody in, like, cause no references or anything, so you get some like trouble neighbors, and some people moved in above me who were like real trouble. Their names are Mary and Terry, and they would fight all the time, like, not like a normal fight either. Like this is an example of one of their fights. Hey, that was the last rock! Oh, that's her, by the way. That was the last, I paid for those rocks, and you never paid for any rocks, you better start. It's a lot of very rock-centric arguments. And I'm really naive, I guess, because it took me quite a while to realize that these aren't collectors of precious gemstones. Yeah, it's crack cocaine if you know. I know most of us knew. I didn't want anyone left behind. And I have empathy for people addicted to drugs, but like it's hard. You're part of their life. You gotta like hear all their. And like I said, they start like a normal argument. They'll take this crazy turn. Like once she's yelling, I'm the breadwinner. You respect me. I made $38,000 last year. I pay the bills. I pay the rent. You respect me because I'm the breadwinner. You know, at first you hear that, you're like, that's cool. That's a progressive way to divide the household. That's what you want. But then it all comes crashing down, that reality you've created, because he responds. He's like, the only reason you made $38,000 last year is because you collect unemployment in 2 provinces. He's like, I'm pretty sure that's against the law. You're hearing the whole argument. It's so hard to not just be like, yeah, no, it definitely is. But it's weird. I miss them now, actually. It's weird because they got evicted. Now I miss them because the people who moved in above are super nosy. And I have a cat. And we're not technically supposed to have cats, but we're also technically not supposed to smoke. So I thought it would be no problem. But then he kicked someone out for having a pet, so I got really hypersensitive. I didn't want anyone to know. And the new person who moved in above me is super nosy. And the first conversation we had, she's like, hey, do you have a pet by any chance? And I was like, I don't know. Obviously not. I don't even know why you'd ask that. You know? It's like, we're not allowed pets, obviously. Yeah, I don't know why you'd ask that. And she's like, well, because it sounds like I hear you talking to a pet. I was like a bit embarrassed, but I couldn't fess up. I was like, I had to come up with something. So I was like, it must be my girlfriend. And you hear me, she comes over sometimes, she has sort of a quiet voice, but it must be her that you hear me talking to. And she's like, really? Because the other day you were saying how she's not allowed to go outside? I was like, yeah, I'm a dangerously controlling misogynist who's following all the rules in the building. But it made me miss Mary and Terry. Like, it really made me miss them because, like, for all their downfalls, they would no nosiness at all. They would, like, I could tell them. I would have been like, hey, I have a cat, don't say anything. They would have been like, we have an active meth lab. All right, you guys are...
Steve Kane is a super old, racist, homophobic radio host with an even worse co-host named Brian. Let's check in as I tried to confront Steve about his racism on air.
And, my name, and...
Let's go to, what was the next line?
Line
2, you're on the air.
Hey Steve, good morning, how are you? I talked to a lot of these hosts and they say that you're racist even for a conservative.
No,
Is that true?
no, we're not, that's not, no.
I'll tell you it is later.
A week and a half ago, our favorite blind sword villain, Jim Lockwood, said he'd be returning on Monday. But then Monday came around and he changed it to the next day. And then he waited till Friday and said it would be the following Tuesday. And I'll tell you, it's been driving me crazy. And so I wrote this song just to explain how hard it's been.
Waiting for Jim is the hardest part. Wondering when his show will start. Every delay is like a sword to my heart. 'Cause waiting for Jim is the hardest part.
Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate and love you all. I'm gonna check in with Ban and see how his meeting is going with Fuck Taylor. Ban, are you there?
Yeah, he shot me.
Okay, I gotta go. Comment of the week goes to Jake Adams for not thinking there was a comment of the week topic. This week's topic is 911. Ban, stay on the line. You're gonna be fine. Ban.